Hello Pisces, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be from the 6th of June going through to the 13th of June. If you want to know more about the Astroflower, please go down in the description below. Loads of cards came out. There's lots of things going on, links to give you idea of the petal system, the elements, the Astroflower basically. If you're part of the Astroflower family already, I thank you dearly for your support of this channel. If you want to support this channel, it's very simple and be part of the Astroflower family. All you need to do is subscribe and click that bell. It would help us out. It helps out with the algorithm, certainly when you do click that bell. And you will be more than welcome to the Astroflower. The Astroflower is something that's set up in order to help you get the best out of life. Okay, and you will have I think you got your book also linked in the description below, which will give you loads more information about the Astroflower, about the different systems we use to do with rhythms and etc. So let's just go through it quickly. This is the relationship side, emotional and energetic, spiritual side. This is your money, business, finances, jobs, projects. Here is your karmic path. This is how the universe influences your karmic path. This is how your guides influence your karmic path. This is how the guides have that, helping you with that inner conversation that is within you. And this is how you combine the two sides of your life together within the reality that is around you. And this is the overall energy that's pushing through you. So obviously a bit of you're moving from your winter into your spring time at the moment. And it's a good time to basically, you planted your carrots up and they've all germinated. It's absolutely brilliant. There's loads of carrots everywhere, but you do have to take some out to thin them out in order for the other carrots that you do leave in place that do grow. So they've got space to grow in the earth. And I think this is the case here within the relationships on this side. This is a real pushing forward. It's looking towards the future here, Pisces. So it's building to the future. You do like, you're a sign that works hard. You do like getting very passionate about what you do. And just realize that this week here is getting passionate about your future. That's what it's all about. And the energy the overall energy that's going through you, it's got the Ace of Pentacles. So it is starting those long-term plans, very fortuitous, very rewarding start of a journey. And it's understanding that from an acorn you can grow a massive oak tree. And that's what that understanding is there. Let's just get the messages now from it, so then we can use the cards to clarify those messages. Let me just put on your timer. Let's make sure that's going. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Otherwise I end up babbling far too much. Okay, so this is really coming in from the work side. I think the work side is going to be a lot more important. I think the relationship side here is much more sort of observation about what's been going on over the last few weeks within your life. Okay, and this here is saying if you want a bright tomorrow, the foundations have to be in place, which should have been in place over the last sort of 3 months. You should have been really putting that into place if you're using the Astroflower system. During your winter period, which is the 3 months after your birthday. Okay, and if you put that in place, then you're going to realize that you're going to start to need to see a bit of growth in your spring period in order for you to explore your relationship sides a lot more. Let's just see what the message is from that Death and Rebirth card on your karmic path, which is it comes right, so it's in from the outside. So basically this week here is putting to bed things that you might have been exploring over the last sort of 3 months that hasn't really brought in the joy that you really wanted. And this week here is, realizing that so you can free yourself up in order to explore other avenues in your life. Let's just see how the universe is trying to influence your karmic path. Okay, so there's a lot going out. So basically, the universe is asking you what you would, what aspects of relationships, and that could be family, friends, community, or even your partner, are working for you, which is really good. So it should be, if it's really good for you, that it's going to push out from you and then it's going to pull more back in, because that's what you've sown, as it were, in the seed of life. But there is a certain flow back that's coming in that's very important for you. So the message is here is, when you reap the harvest, yeah, sure, eat the fruit, but don't forget to keep some seeds for you. So for the future, so understand why you're eating that fruit, why you're enjoying that relationship. The reason I'm enjoying that relationship, because it allows me to go to the cinema a lot, because that other person likes the cinema as well, or likes going shopping. So I go shopping with that person because that person loves shopping as well. And the more I invest into life, the more I get back for me and myself. Victories. So this it's going to help you, really, as I was saying, streamline your relationships. And you're going to feel like that, yeah, things are buzzing on your relationship side without any real effort from your side. And this is where the universe is trying to help you out here. That's doing a lot of effort for you, which is nice. As much as a fish can, you would have thought, how do they ever sleep? But they almost allow the river to just go across their gills so they can just breathe naturally, and they can just like chill out, as it were, and turn off a little bit and just allow that river to soothe you. And I think that's the overall going message here on the relationship side. Let's just have a look what's happening with your guides and how they're sort of influencing that. That's more sort of coming into you as well. It's the opposite to this card here. So your guides are literally sort of saying, I'll have that, thank you very much for Pisces. Yep, and that as well, because we need to build, you're going through a transition. You had the Ten of Cups there, so it's going from that pure joy of, where do you take it from pure joy? What's the next stage up? So this is where your guides are trying to sort of do that. Physical interaction with the outside world. That's what your guides are trying to encourage with you. Okay, Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords was in this position last week. Does this mean you're going to have a breakup on a relationship? It may well be for some of you. It's not going to be for everyone, and it's probably going to be for a very small minority of you. So I'm just saying this because people will read into these cards. All I'm saying here is that they're sort of saying, as you've got your victories and you're feeling at ease with your relationships, there are some relationships that probably need space, so that it doesn't need you to be involved with these people at the moment, because they're not getting the best out of the relationship with you, and you're not getting the best out of the relationship with them. And this could be groups, this could be individuals, and it's allowing those relationships to, it's like tomatoes. You can eat tomatoes straight off the vine, or you could just put them out in the sun to dry. So you can have sun-dried tomatoes. And I think this is more of a case here within your relationships. Just allow your relationships. Don't necessarily kind of go, I'm never going to see you again, or, because we can get on with some people all of the time, but we can also get on with some people only some of the time. And it's understanding that. And you don't need to break the relationship. You maybe just sort of kind of realization that doing these activities, going shopping with that person they're not, I probably wouldn't be the best person to go shopping with. I'm not that bad, actually, got to be said, but probably not the best. But you know what I mean? It doesn't mean like you're breaking a relationship with me. It's just choosing who you want to have those relationships with. Okay? And I think that's what your guides are doing when they're sort of saying, and this, we'll have this for Pisces, and we'll have this for Pisces. That's what their job doing. So let's just see how they influence that conversation that is within you. They're almost sort of saying, they're sort of like putting in that conversation within you, sort of saying, is this the relationship that you want to have? And they're sort of saying, do you really want this? Do you really want that? That's the sort of thing that they sort of coming across to you, because it's much more to do with you and it's coming in, and it's almost could be pressure on you as well. And I think this ties in a little bit on that other guys as well. But here it's more of a case where they're sort of saying to the outside world, have you got the ticket? Do you really want this? Do you really want to buy this? Do you want, do you want to invest in this relationship? Is this the best relationship for you? For the long-term plan, because that's the overall energy going through. And it is starting afresh from moving from your winter into your spring. Okay? So temperance, it's all to do with timing and patience. And patience is only there in order for you to get ready to pounce like a cat or a lion that's creeping up. And that at some point they just sort of, they sort of drop themselves down and they wait. And they wait, but it's only a moment of waiting in order to do action. And that's why it's much more of a sort of knowing your timing of how you do things within the world around you. So where the guides are sort of saying to you, sort of bringing in things saying, do you want this? Do you want that? It's what you've got to understand in that conversation there probably for you is this the right time for me to do that? Is it the right time for me to go and visit the family in Timbuktu? I don't have a lot of time, I can't really do it, it needs a lot more planning, therefore no, it's probably not the best, and therefore I should concentrate on my partner who wants to go down the beach. So you say to your partner, I'm not going to go to Timbuktu, I'm going to come with you, let's go down the beach. So it's working out what that timing is and being that better self of, being that better person, or not better person, but being your better self, the best of yourself, okay? So that's on your relationship side. Let's have a look what's going on in your money and your finances sort of side. You've always got an eagle eye, haven't you, Pisces, for an affair. For business affair, for making money and doing things really nice and making it really work. You've got a very astute mind for that sort of thing. And I think this is also here on this card here is sort of saying your enthusiasm can provoke a lot of opportunities. So your enthusiasm for an aspect of your job could could put you in a position of promotion. So let's just say you're looking after customer services in a job. So people come and see you and they complain about some services, but they also sort of asking you advice on some sort of services. So you're advising your customers on your service. And then because you're enthusiastic about promoting the company realizes this and sort of says, maybe you want a job in publicity. And that's going to allow you to have that step up because you're getting enthusiastic and having that passion about aspects of your business, of your job, of your projects. So all of a sudden it will encourage the world around you to feed that passion within you in order to get the best out of your job or the best out of your business on that sort of side. Let's just see how the universe is trying to influence that sort of aspect. This is give and take, very even. Don't worry, there's always another bus coming. That seems to be the message. I think it's a case here where they're sort of saying to you, do not stress about trying to grab everything within life on the way of money. It will come back round to you. So it may. I think this is all to do with timing. This whole week here is realizing the timing within your life. Okay. So yeah, this could be to do with conflict and competition, which is a good thing within finances and business and money and jobs. It is a good aspect, a healthy competition, but it also at the same time, I think the universe here is sort of saying, reach for the pinnacle, the best of you, I think. And I think this is, if you reach for the best of you, it's going to open doors. That's what they're sort of saying. So the competition, I think, is within you. rather than within the outside world. Okay. Okay, so let's just see how the guides are trying to influence that conversation, that karmic path, sorry, that is within you. Solids, consistent, single-minded growth. That's how the universe are trying to. So as you get passionate about aspects of it, of your business or your job or your projects, your guides are trying to sort of saying, okay, you like this bit, you're passionate about this bit, then push it as hard as you can, as far as you can go. That's what the guides are sort of saying here. So 3 of Cups and community, yeah, working your way through, enjoying being that passionate person within your community. And it doesn't necessarily mean community as in relationships with your community. So we're talking business here, we're talking money. So how you fit your business in with other businesses, within your customers, within your clients, or even your suppliers. Making bridges. This is what I think it's about. That's what they're trying to encourage on your karmic path. Making bridges to your passion so you bring in the best success for you. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence the conversation that is within you. This is more coming from the outside. So, do you know how they used to do it? You just watch, I don't know if you've ever seen these, old films, black and white films, or old 50s films, 1950s films, where you'd have a fashion show and people would be sitting there, and models will come down come down the walk, and they'll sort of say, "Oh, I like that, I'll buy that." So it's almost as if like your guides are parading things in front of you and sort of saying, "Do you want to buy this? What about that? What about this?" Very similar to on this sort of side. Everything seems to be working very much in tandem for you at the moment, which is really good. It's going to keep, it's going to be a week where you're not going to be tossed and turned from pillar to post by the looks of things. No? Okay. 2 of Swords. So they're avoiding that, having to make decisions that are imposed upon you without you seeing every angle. They are doing that stressful 2 of Swords decisions for you. So trust your guys, trust that inner conversation that's going through you at the moment, because they've sorted stuff out so you can actually just pick and choose what you actually want and see those decisions clearly, or those options clearly that are in front of you. Okay? Let's just see how you combine those two sort of paths together and how it combines with the energy flowing through you. In order to sell ice creams, it's better if the weather's hot. So the conditions are getting in position for you to have general success on both sides of your life. And where you don't have to stress about life in the future. And here it's coming from you. So it's almost as if you are setting the peripheries. You're setting the parameters, of how you want your general life to be. Okay? And you should set those parameters around you. Page of Swords. So look at this. You've got a Page of Swords, you've got the Ace of Pentacles, and then you've got the Death card and the Page of Wands here. That's all very young and vibrant energies, as it were, regardless of what age you are. And it's an energy of going forward for a new journey. It is sort of like you've planted all your seeds up, you've done that work, you're waiting for them to germinate, and they've now sort of been germinating over the last week. And now you're going to sort of work out exactly which plants you want to keep and how you want to fill your garden, basically. And this is a long-term plan as well. This is for the whole year. This is coming forward. So it looks really nice for you. Pisces. A very, very solid week, a very constructive week for you. But I would allow those passions to guide you and lead you in your course of your evident path. Okay, there you go, Pisces. If you want to be part of the Astroflower family, just need to subscribe and click that bell. It'll take you 2 seconds and you're in. It'd be absolutely brilliant. If you're already part of the Astroflower family, I do thank you for your support. And, you know, there is loads of links in the description below in order for you to explore a lot more about the Astroflower. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.